Well, as stated by my colleague and researchers, including the ISA and other relevant research institutions, including the barometer report from the Association of Ghana Industries, indicate that with the interventions of the IMF, there's some reasonability and recovery rate on the economic front. And the recent publication by ISA also affirms that there is recovery in the process, and that is what we need to aid the transformation of the macro space. First, you need to get a recovery going, and that is what it is. And the next stage is that what are the interventions that will drive down the inflation basket, i.e. the food basket. And therefore, we see that government is making frantic effort to bring about the PFJ2, which is one of the indicators that we believe will support this course. Secondly, the funds that came in also brought some assurance in the forex rate, and therefore we've seen some reasonability in the forex, fluctuation position in the economy. And that is the trend that we believe we can consolidate and to bring about the full recovery and then stability and then growth.
You talk of reasonability, some reasonability in that sector, but we also know that in recent times, the pound, I said 14.8, 15, thereabouts. The euro is also ticking up. The dollar has shot up again. In the last few times I checked, it had moved from the 11 range to 12 plus, up to about 12.7 last time I checked. Inflation is set to, as December approaches, you know what will happen. And then the push and pull effects will result in inflation shooting up again, though we've done pretty well bringing it into the 30s. Is it still as reasonable as we would want it to be at this time of year?
Well, we should realize that the vulnerabilities still persist. They are still paramount. And these vulnerabilities has to do with our export trade. We still do largely primary export trade as against processed and finished goods. So therefore, you will need to look at the degree of depreciation within the space of time you describe it, and then you do year-on-year comparison with the previous year. Respectfully, you will know that there were outliers in the COVID year and then the preceding one. So therefore, when you're doing the comparison, you should look at it in context. So therefore, one shouldn't expect a dramatic change in the forex rate over the period. And secondly, you should realize that we are in a peak season, and the peak season here is Christmas, and the Christmas holidays that goes all the way to the first quarter of next year. So you shouldn't be surprised. We should rather be looking at the degree of depreciation and how its aggregate impact will affect the pricing of product and production.